where we'll be talking about marketing, understanding the value marketing can bring to our industry, and also the economic impact that marinas can create on their surroundings. We're going to hear from two very distinguished speakers, and I'm going to ask them both please now to come to the stage to join me. First of all, Professor Riccardo Spinelli, who is the Associate Professor at the University of Genoa. Professor Spinelli lectures in tourism marketing, destination management, and business ethics, and is going to discuss how these apply to the marina industry. We're also delighted to have Navigo's General Manager, Pietro Angelini, join the stage. Pietro is based in Tuscany, and they are the largest network of recreational boating companies. Ladies and gentlemen, the two distinguished guests now should be able to give us the best possible insight into customer profiles and the values of each of them. I'd like to invite Professor Spinelli to come to the podium to give your presentation. Thank you.
Simply say next, or
let me just ask the team to find out.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. While we wait for the pointer for the slides, let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Riccardo Spinelli. As I said, I am a lecturer in marketing, tourism marketing, University of Genoa. I'm very glad to be here. I thank the organizers for inviting me. And I'm even more happy because I realized that the topic I'm going to briefly discuss with you is really on your agenda. As we heard the panelists from the previous sessions talking about the need for marina managers to target their markets and to realize, to be fully aware of the fact that not all customers are similar, but they deeply differ, not only in terms of demographic traits, or for instance, kind of boat, propulsion, nationality, but also in what they actually look for where they decide to use the marina services, so the services your companies provide. I say next? Okay, next please. Next please. Next please. Thank you. Next, please. So, the title of my very quick presentation is Know Your Customers Better, an application of benefit segmentation to the marina industry. The starting point is that all of you, next please, are fully aware of the need of segmenting your customers, but literature and also my experience of the industry, let me say that very often simple demographic criteria are used for this purpose. As I was saying, maybe you make reference to the country or the age of the boater, the propulsion of the vessel and its length, but the limitation of this approach is that it leads to, let's say, always the same results, very consolidated segments, which do not explain the real drivers of the consumer behavior in marinas and leave little room for differentiation of your marketing strategies. Next, please. My colleague Clara Benevolo and I tried to propose an alternative approach based in the so-called benefit segmentation, which means trying to identify what is the actual benefit that the customer looks for when purchasing a product or service, in this case, the services of the marina. This way, we shift the focus from who you are towards what moves you to buy the product, the services of the marina. This way, we think that we can investigate the real drivers of consumer behavior. And if you think about it for a moment, you are fully aware of the fact that a marina can represent a way of satisfying very different needs for a customer. Maybe for some boaters, the marina is simply a place to have a quick pit stop before coming back to the sea because they want to be on the sea. They are, let's say, real, true boaters. On the contrary, other customers enjoy your marinas as a place to relax, to spend time with their friends and relatives. Some others, we can say, want to show off through living the marina and its nightlife, mundanity, and so on. Or maybe some other customers may consider the marina as the entry point for the local area. We heard something from the panelists, so kind of a gate to explore the tourist attractions of the place. All these customers, consequently, deeply differ, not only in terms of demographic, but even more in terms of what they are really looking for. Next, please. I will not go into details with the methodology, but just to let you catch the meaning of what we did, we surveyed more than 20,000 boaters in the Mediterranean, thanks to the support of around 15 marinas, which helped us, and we collected more than 2,000 answers. Our boaters were asked to evaluate the importance of a long list of attributes and services by marinas, and also to express the relevance for them of several alternative motivations which could drive nautical holidays and nautical activities. From these evaluations, we induced a set of benefits which could be associated. And consequently, we gathered respondents in accordance with the relative importance of the different benefits. So we built profiles where some specific benefits sought are more relevant than others. Next, please. I simply want to have a glance of our results because we think that segments built this way may be quite useful for you. And in my next and final slide, I will try to say why. Our resulting segments are, we look for some catchy names, just some examples. For instance, the boat import lovers. You probably know very well those customers who seldom sail away from the harbor. They love to stay there, to have their cocktail on boat, to spend relaxing time together. Consequently, for these customers, what is important are leisure services, social life, nightlife. On the contrary, you probably have in your customer base skilled yachtsmen. For them, your marina is like the place for the technical support, for pit stop. They love much more to be on the sea rather than in port. And therefore, for them, what is crucial is not so much that your marina is lively with a lot of hotels or, events, but that you provide quick, effective, and, high-level technical services. Or maybe you have the so-called demanding vacationers. So for them, your marina is the gate for the territory. So they need courtesy cars, excursions, connection with the cities or the local attractions, guides. Or finally, another typical groups I assume that you will have clear in mind when you think about your customers, the I want it all boater. They want a little bit of everything. All services must be top level, and they love to be in the core of the marina to show off, maybe to talk about their sailing experience, how long their vessel is, how far they went. It's another segment very different from the previous one. We identified a lot of them distinguishing between home port customers and visiting customers, in-transit customers, because obviously their profiles are different and they also have to live together in your marinas. Next, please. Why these results? So I would say this approach of looking at the benefits may be useful for you. Because we think, and also marketing literature supports us in this, that the segments built this way have a very important quality. They are actionable, which means that you can translate these profiles into marketing strategies and policies. Because the description and the profile of the segment gives you the reasons which support the choices of the boaters. If you combine some demographic traits that we obviously collected with this investigation on the motivations and aims associated with the consumption of the marina services, then you can design specific, targeted marketing strategies, which is something that has been told these days very often. Unfortunately, I was not here where Mr. Galassi spoke, but I've been told that it was a core element. You should tailor your marketing strategies around the features, the specific traits of the boaters. And the next panelist will introduce you, for instance, to a very specific group of boaters, so top level and super yacht boaters. From my perspective, I can suggest that, for instance, you can create tailor-made packages with different components inside. If you are a skilled yachtsman, you are not interested in paying for having access to events, restaurants, or whatever. Please take care of my boat and let me go as soon as possible. On the contrary, I want it all VIP package. For example, berthing location. I am a skilled yachtsman. I want to stay close to the exit of the harbor. I don't want to lose my time moving around with all the other boats. But if I am a person who loves the boat in the harbor, then please, I want to moor at the core of the port, where the lively action is, where all the people passes by, and they can look at me, and I can look at them, we can enjoy time. Similarly, what about pricing strategies? You can adjust with last-minute offers for those who are simply passing by, or long-term plans for those who want to leave the port, like a kind of a holiday house. Different approaches. Or finally, differentiated communication strategies in terms of the channels you use, the messages you communicate, also the codes you use to translate your messages into actual communication policies. These customers look for different things, then tell them a different story. Next, please. I hope that this brief speech can have risen your interest toward this topic. If you want more details, please feel free to make reference to the book that my colleague and I recently published. It is open access, so you can free download it, PDF document. Unfortunately, by now it's in Italian only. We aim to translate it in English as well, because we are confident that our little contribution could help you, marina managers, to better fit your marketing strategies, be more effective, and enhance your level of customer care, and at the end of the day, enhance your profit and your bottom line, which is the aim of any industry, so of course, including the marina industry. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Spinelli. And we'd like to pass over now to Pietro Angelini, the General Manager of Navigo, to give your insights into customer profiles and how they can be used to inform the segmentation that we've just learned is so important.
Good morning all, thanks for the invitation, and above all, congratulations for this wonderful event. Let's check if it works. Wonderful. In my presentation, I'm trying to share what we have done in these 20 years in Toscany, because we have created an ecosystem, and this level of ecosystem is our system to promote in the meantime the production and the portuality. First of all, I'm, as you have seen in the meantime, the manager of the consortium of shipyards in Toscany and the manager of the consortium of portuality. This is the strategic idea. The consortium in Toscany we called Marina della Toscana. This is a network of marine We are 12 Marina with 5,000 of berths. We have a common call center with 2 persons that answer. We have digital instruments to do the reservations, and we work together to develop the research and development in Tuscany. And above all, we are very connected with the shipbuilders to understand what they need in our ports to create the right compliance in terms of infrastructures. It's very important because, as you know, in Tuscany, we produce 35% of the super yachts in the world, over 30 meters. So it's very important that our infrastructures is compliant with the producer for our side. This is our marinas. This is the first slide that influenced our strategic action. This is a medium route of 30 meters over. So it's very important to understand. This is an incredible slide for me. It's an incredible information. And the routes of 30 meters is very important to understand where we have to go, where we have to develop our system in terms of super yachts. So the first level in our marketing action is to know in a very clear way all the information about the route. The second question, the second point, very important for us, is the target of the market. In this case, we have done these numbers during our event with Captain Ciare. I will speak about it after. It's very important to understand the different level of the size of the market, because even over 30 meters, there is an important difference between the different targets. It's very important to understand that. Before for example, before in the panel, before we speak about the years of the custom. If we speak about the custom over 30 meters, the medium age today is 46, is younger than in the past. So we have to understand that if we move from a target to another, change the approach that we need to have. With this younger custom, for example, today they want to buy Explorer that go all around the world. So the approach of this younger custom is very different from the other kind of custom that we have had, for example, in Viareggio 20 years ago. Some words about Navigo, only to understood that the consortium is a consortium based on the shipyards that we have done from 20 years. We have all the main important shipyards, the refit maintenance companies, the suppliers companies, the services companies. We have created an ecosystem and we have bring all together. Things that only in Viareggio we have 700 companies in 3 roads. 4,500 companies in Tuscany that work in the field of yachting. 22,000 of people. So can you imagine what kind of link that we create every day in this field? It's an incredible number of links that we have to understand starting from the beginning if you want to understand what we can offer in the portuality. What we have defined to do it in the rest of the world, because we are working in the rest of the world. We are working in the yachting destination concept. Now, by the way, in these days, I listen many times about yachting destination. And by the way, even in Monaco Yacht Show, we saw that all the countries speak about yachting destination. It's a good thing, by the way. But what we want to share with these yachting destination brands. We want to know and we want to give directly to the producer and to the captains a sensation that in that area, the approach of the person, of the services, of the infrastructures is very compliant with this kind of yacht. And things that, for example, in Tuscany, you don't buy a boat, a yacht. You build a yacht. So you need 2 years minimum to do it. You have 2 years to speak with this customer to explain where it can go. We can sell the port during the meantime in which we sell the boat. And we can give to him a simple brand. Naturally, before we have to go, we have to understood, we have to set the location to explain what we are doing. For example, we have Durban over there, no? We are working with them to do this relation in terms of production and yachting destination. When we speak about our event Yare, we do every year from 16 years, this is a medium-term strategy because we are speaking with captains. We invite 100 captains every year from all parts of the world and to explain and to know from them from 16 years. We have invited more than 1,600 captains in this year to understand what they feel, what they want, what they need to have. Because it's very important. The captains on a super yacht is the most important influencer on boat now. Our school, we have an ITS. Every day, every year, we train 180 guys, even the Marina manager, even the service manager, the captains, the surveyor, the builders. We have bring in the market 800 people in these 10 years. So this is a long period strategy. So it's very important to, I have tried to share with you our ecosystem vision, because it's very important to understand when arrive a boat like that, what is behind this kind of boat and what we can do behind. Thank you.
Thank you both for very fascinating presentations. As somebody with a marketing background, I love seeing the power of data driving segmentation to make success. We've had some questions through. I'm going to have to limit it to just one each, please. Professor Spinelli, thank you for an excellent presentation on marketing. What are the best ways to canvass customers to obtain their insights without being intrusive?
I don't think.
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
Yes, sorry. What are the best ways of canvassing customers to collect their data, to build those insights, but without being intrusive to their precious leisure time?
Well, I think that, first of all, this approach we propose could be easily replicated by Marina managers on 2 different samples. First, you may analyze your actual customer base, and if you manage to identify what profiles are more common, then this could be a good way to exploit at the most this personalization of services, or you may extend the analysis to your contact list, to maybe customers who are not actually yours, but maybe were interested in your marina and then they didn't come, and this may also support you wondering why you were not able to convert this contact into actual customers. An important element, in my view, which also came out from previous comments of previous panels, is that in your business, in a way, you are forced to have different customers living together. The colleagues from the charter industries, they commented on the need of, I would say, keeping segregated customers and private customers to make the most of the 2 groups. In my way, from my perspective, this is a crucial point, because on the one side, most of your marinas like or want to address most segments in the market. They cannot specialize in a single one. But on the other side, they should be able to make all these segments live together peacefully. Therefore, arranging different areas, preparing different marketing mix could be a way to make the most of your enhanced knowledge of your customers.
Thank you. And my final question to Pietro. Within the research that you've done, did you find any insights about how likely are customers to make a decision about which marina to use based on the sustainability or the environmental practices of the marina management team?
for sure today the sustainability is a key. Is a key. As I said before, we have younger customers that really want to do a different approach, and during the time in which we have the new construction, the building, they have a very sustainable approach, by the way. In a part because sometimes they have fear that the people can comment their boat in the ports area, no? But by the way, I think that they are very true in these years. We saw people that want really to show that there can be something like a sort of idea, a vision of what they can do, by the way. And I think that the approach, when we speak about, why I speak about the production, on again, because if we understood what they want during the production, we can understood what they want when they are in ports area. By the way, in the ports area, we cannot be different. If we sell boats that are more sustainable than in the past, we can't offer a port that are not sustainable. So we are working together, by the way. In the meantime in which I'm speaking, we have two research projects. One is in the production, the other is in the portuality. And both of these projects still working on the sustainability approach. One on the engines, the other on the docks. So again, our vision in sustainability is we have to understand the LCA. So from when the boats start in terms of design, because it's very important who designed the boat, to till the end when it's out of the market.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our expert panelists, Professor Spinelli and Pietro Angelini. Thank you both very much.